Time present in time past, or both perhaps present in time future, and time future contained in time past. If all time is eternally present, all time is unredeemable. What might have been is an abstraction, remaining in perpetual possibility, only in a world of speculation. What might have been and what has been point to one end which is always present. Footfalls echoes in the memory, down the passage which we did not take, towards the door we never opened. Other echoes inhabit the garden. Shall we follow? Quick, said the bird, find them, round the corner, through the first gate. Into our first world shall we follow, the deception of the thrush, into our first world, moving without pressure, over the dead leaves, along the empty alley into the box circle, to look down into the drained pool, dry concrete, brown-edged, and the pool was filled with water out of sunlight. And the lotus rose quietly. The surface glittered out of heart and light. They were behind us, reflected in the pool. Then a cloud passed and the pool was empty. Go, said the bird, for the leaves were full of children, hidden, excitedly, containing laughter. Go, said the bird. Humankind cannot bear very much reality. Time past and time future. What might have been and what has been point to one end which is always the present. Without elimination both a new world, the resolution of its partial horror, yet the enchantment of past and future, woven into the weakness of the changing body, protects mankind from heaven and damnation, which flesh cannot endure. Time past and time future allow but a little consciousness. To be conscious is not to be in time, but only in time can the moment in the rose garden, the moment in the arbour where the rain beat, the moment in the draughty church at Smokefall, be remembered.
So, Venice, day 4, and a family member has been struck down with my bug, I think, so my sister's back at home in her bed. So which has completely juxtaposed our plans again, so everything that I had planned to do today is now being postponed until tomorrow. So for now, we're just playing it by ear. There is something else going on today, but I just can't think what it is. My memory's just...
Here is a place of dissatisfaction. Time before and time after. In a dim light, neither daylight. Investing form with lucid stillness. Turning shadow into transient beauty, with slow rotation suggesting permanence, nor darkness to purify the soul, emptying the sensual with deprivation, cleansing affection from the temporal, neither plenitude nor vacancy, only a flicker. Over the strained, time-ridden faces, distracted from distraction by distraction. Descend lower, descend only, into a world of perpetual solitude. World, not world, but that which is not world. eternal darkness, deprivation, and destitution of all property, desiccation of a world of sense, evacuation of a world of fancy, inoperency of the world of spirit. This is the only way, and the other, in the same not in movement, but in abstention from movement, while the world moves. The detail of the pattern is movement. Desire itself is not movement, not in itself desirable. Love is itself unmoving. Only the cause and the end of movement, timeless and undesiring, except in the aspect of time, caught in the form of limitation, between unbeing and being, sudden in a shaft of sunlight. Even while the dust moves, there rises the hidden laughter of children in the foliage. Quick now, here, now, always. Ridiculous the waste, sad time, stretching before and after.
So we have just ventured on up the seafront back to the Venetian Arsenal shipyard, maritime museum, but we're not going in the actual museum this time. We're actually going to go and see the yard, the old shipyard, shipbuilding yard, which is a bit further up, so that's the plan. So it's not only my sister that is coming down with this terrible cold, it's my brother is as well, but he's still on his feet. My sister is not. She is kind of fetal position in bed. So I'm feeling a little bit better, but 80% operational. So this is one of the old waterways into the Arsenal and the shipyards. I think this is the ceremonial entrance to it, because just down here there are two towers either side of the canal, which look quite impressive from here. I think a lot of it is gone now, it's just the harbour left. We'll see. There is something else going on today, but for the life of me I can't remember what it is. It'll come to me. It will come to me. So it is rather a grand entrance. For the smaller boats. I believe there's a much wider entrance around the other side of the coastline. Huge. The kind of thing kind of entrance where you can fit a galleon through it. I mean, you would get a galleon through that, but I presume that bridge down there wasn't there originally.
Historians often cite the Arsenal as the world's first factory because it pioneered mass production and the moving assembly line hundreds of years before Henry Ford. At its peak, the Arsenal employed up to 16,000 workers and was capable of producing one fully equipped warship every single day. It used interchangeable parts and a frame-first construction method allowing for rapid assembly during times of war. Beyond shipbuilding, it housed armories, rope walks and munitions depots, consuming roughly 10% of the state's budgets to maintain naval dominance. The main gate, Porta Magna, built in 1460, is one of the earliest examples of Renaissance architecture in Venice, famously guarded by Greek lions looted from Athens in 1687.
Wow. Yeah, this is quite a museum. I'm just realising now that this was maybe the best part of it. And we did toy with the idea of not coming back here today. I'm glad we did now.
Once did she hold the gorgeous East in fee, and was the safeguard of the West. The worth of Venice did not fall below her birth. Venice, the eldest child of liberty. She was a maiden city, bright and free. No guile seduced, no force would violate, and when she took unto herself a mate, she must espouse the everlasting sea. And what if she had seen those glories fade, those titles vanish, and that strength decay? Yet shall some tribute of regret be paid, when her long hath reached its final day. Men are we, and must grieve even the shade of that which once was great is passed away.
Ciao! So yesterday we were in a restaurant and had the best pizza of my life, so we're just heading back there now to have another one.
After we'd had our fill of pizza and a couple of lunchtime celebratory drinks, we headed off in search of souvenir shops and tacky fridge magnets.
go and do that now. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I want a fridge magnet as well. Hello. Oh, it's a hotel, that. Okay, so, right, maybe toxic tax dodging. Yeah. Right.
In my head and soul. You should have those cold tablets there, the bed.
So I'll probably have sit down for a bit, cup of tea, then I might venture out for a little bit of a mooch again on my own. Maybe go and see Marco Polo's house, which is not that far from here apparently. So that's our apartment there. Not bad, is it? So I'm just having a little stroll on my own for an hour. Whilst the rest of the family are back at the apartment, freshening up a little bit. I thought I'd take the opportunity to have a stroll. So the first location on my list for strolling is Marco Polo's old house, reputedly. The place where Marco Polo lived in Venice when he wasn't working away, when he was on home shores. Dead end. It's not good, is it? So, if we can stop this clanging. So obviously Marco Polo spent a significant amount of time in Asia, the East, China, Persia, and his adventures, well documented adventures along the Silk Road with his father. But when he was here, he lived in this place, reputedly. Here is apparently where Marco Polo lived. So this is it, this is Marco Polo's place. Yeah, actually walked past it on the first day when we first arrived. Walked across this bridge here. Didn't see it, didn't know it. Well, research, always a good idea. Well, someone's playing Bach in there at the moment, so fits. Although it should be Vivaldi, you know, because Vivaldi is the sound of Venice, famous Venetian composer. So that was Marco Polo's house. And now, just deciding where to go on my second location. Which way to go? This way? So what we need to do now is head back down towards St Mark's Square and the Hotel Daniele.
Into our first world shall we follow. The deception of the thrush. Into our first world. There they were, dignified, invisible. Moving without pressure over the dead leaves. In the autumn heat, through the vibrant air. And the bird called in response to the unheard music hidden in the shrubbery. And the unseen eye-beam crossed for the roses, had the look of flowers that are looked at. There they were as our guests, accepted and accepting. So we moved, and they, in a formal pattern, along the empty alley, to look down into the drained pool, and the pool was filled with water out of sunlight, and the lotus rose quietly, The surface glittered out of heart of light, and they were behind us, reflected in the pool. Then a cloud passed and the pool's empty. Go, said the bird, for the leaves were full of children. Hidden excitedly, containing laughter. Go, 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 said the bird. Humankind cannot bear very much reality. Time past and time future. What might have been and what has been. Point to one end, which is always present.
So that's where we had our vanilla slices the other day. The most sugary vanilla slice ever created. So just down here is the legendary Harry's Bar. Another Roger Moore hangout. Charlie Chaplin's favourite hangout. Paul Newman. Peggy Guggenheim was here all the time apparently. But Harry's Bar is a legendary modern Venetian icon. Harry's Bar. Yeah, so one night in Harry's Bar, Roger Moore and Liza Minnelli were having a late night singing session. Alcohol was probably involved. Just taking a wild guess. Windows open, and then somebody screamed into the window to shut up. And who do you think you are, Liza Minnelli? Yeah, because it was Liza Minnelli. Right. Okay, so we're quite close to St Mark's Square again now, and the Hotel Daniele. So we are at the Hotel Daniele, which is this one here. And I believed Dr. Goodhead's room is on the second floor. I think so, anyway. Could be the third, but I think it's that one there. It's not that one, it's that one. So, well, yes, that's where the Dr. Goodhead and Bond hotel suite scene is shot. I've walked past it about 3 times. I don't know why I have not flagged it up sooner, but I'm not 100% on this trip. You have to forgive me. You know, man calls not to be sniffed at. Yeah, I'm pretty convinced it's the second floor suite. corner. Then they use the second balcony, the second balcony to use the camera crew. What a view. Right, I'm going to go back to the apartment now and get ready for an evening meal. Birthday meal, actually. It's someone's birthday today. No prizes for guessing whose. Someone's 50th birthday. Just as I pass the Bridge of Sighs. 50.
Like the cogency of the air after a thunderstorm. My qualities appear before me and overwhelm me, though I may not put up much of a fight against them. I march along and I set the pace for this side of the street. This part of town. I am rightly responsible for all the knocking on doors, for all the rapping on tables, for the toasts proposed, for the couples in bed, on the planking outside new buildings, pressed against the walls in dark alleyways, or on the sofas of brothels. I weigh up my past against my future, but find both of them excellent, am unable to give one or the other the advantage, and am compelled to reprove Providence for its injustice in so favouring me. Only when I step into my room do I feel a little contemplative, but it wasn't climbing the stairs that gave me anything to think about. It doesn't help much that I throw open the window, and that there's music still playing in one of the gardens.